Hey, everybody. I guess welcome to the inaugural broadcast of a brand new podcast. Uh, Cows and Coins podcast, they call it. Uh, Let me get over here. I'll get to where you guys can see my smiling face. Make the shift here. I'm trying out some new software. I'm trying out some new things. See if we can go live. You know what? I'm going to go. Confirm your. Yeah, I'm trying to get TikTok here up and going. Yeah, TikTok's had some issues lately. Let's see where we're at here. I'm a high tech redneck, I'll tell you. 19. Come on. We're having all kind of beautiful, clear night in February, and I'm telling you, things don't. You know what? TikTok, I'm not going to bother with you here for a while. We'll wait. We'll take this over here. Okay, there we go. So, everybody, there we are. We got that up and going. I'm trying some things, so bear with me. This is going to be one of those goofy broadcasts that I'm just getting my sea legs up and on it. I just had a live broadcast here, a teaching that I did on Daniel and the end time stuff. You can go to from International. I think it's on my YouTube page, the same one that this is on. So if nothing else, you can find my YouTube page if you're going there, and yeah, we can go at it. I'm using a streaming platform. We're going to Rumble. Hi, Rumble. This is the very first time I've been on Rumble, and let's see how it all goes. Yeah, I'm on Facebook, on YouTube. We'll get Instagram in on the gig. Might be able to get a recording. I don't know. I'm just playing right now. So, welcome. Again, what we're going to do with this whole broadcast, and you can see Beach Bum Consulting is the parent group, the parent name of the LLC that we've set up. And we are just that. We consult with folks. You know what? I'm a farm boy from Southwest Michigan. We've raised beef cattle and chickens, pigs, you name it. We've been there. Kind of a jack of all trades. I've been a builder. I spent some time down the Turks and Caicos Islands, and we were down there for about 9 years. We had some friends that wanted to build some retirement properties. They didn't quite trust. They've heard too many horror stories about some of the folks that were down there that were a little less than reputable. I guess that's the most polite way I could say it. So they asked me to come down and oversee their projects. 1-2 years turned into 9 years. I'd have still been there, but COVID came around. That's a whole nother thing. I got the left foot of fellowship from the government. They said you got this or you can't stay. I said no. I trust my God a lot more than I trust that whole program. So here we are. I find myself back home. I know it's a good thing. We're taking care of the family farm again and back up and at it. And boy, what a time to be here. And that's where I got involved with gold and silver. And now, our family's had gold and silver for quite a long time. We were collecting it back in the late 90s when I think we bought gold at right around $100 an ounce. It was down pretty low. We bought silver for $5 an ounce. Can you imagine today buying in? And if we had, what it's worth today, I think I just checked a little bit ago. Gold's been hovering around $2,800-$2,900. It's going to breach 3,000 here pretty quick. And I did a post on on TikTok here. I guess it was Thursday that I had a friend. I got to remember in a incident with a friend, and we got talking about gold and silver when I first got introduced to this great company that I work with now. And you talk about innovation. Wow, what a deal. And if you are a first time listener and you're somebody that wants to get in to the gold and silver, I knew for a long time, I need to be adding more gold and silver. I need to be saving. I need to be doing something. Didn't quite. You want something safe. You don't understand crypto. Trust me, I was there. And a lot of the folks that I'm working with today want something simple. They want something they can trust. Trust me. Get a hold of me. You're going to like what you see. Anyway, back to the story. We were collecting. We were doing that. Man, I wish, but farm family. Mom and I were running the farm on basically shoestring, and prices back then weren't near what they are today. I mean, a dozen eggs was still probably under $1, and the beef cattle market there was a lot of beef cattle out there, so the market wasn't that good. Today, we sell freezer beef. We sell non-GMO. Grass fed. Yeah, we finish them off with some corn, but you know what? The marbling and the things like that, but it's non GMO, no hormones, no additives, and we haven't got enough beef. We've got standing orders for quarters and halves, and we haven't got enough beef to supply them. People are beginning to understand the value, and just like gold and silver, that's a real asset. This property, the farm that we've been blessed with, is a real asset. And, it's been good to keep it and see it appreciate. But back to the story that I had, talked to a friend of ours that his dad bought him some gold and silver, and then his dad passed away. And I knew his dad, and he hooked him up pretty good. And I asked him, I said, what do you think about gold and silver? He said, well, I've got a lot. And Dad, we talked about that. And he said, but it just hasn't performed, like my 401k is way up and everything else is way up. But he said the gold and silver just hasn't done anything. Now, I did some simple math, and he probably bought, his dad probably bought that gold at around $800 an ounce. And let's just say for the story, $10 an ounce, or 10 ounces at $800 an ounce. Today, that 10 ounces is worth $28,000 to $29,000, soon over $30,000 on 10 ounces. $8,000 initial investment, probably less, because I imagine he was buying right along, and he would buy when it was up and down. But safely, easy math, 8,000. And then it ballooned up right now, 28. That's a store of legacy wealth. And that's what's pushing me to not only secure retirement, because I don't trust pensions, I don't trust Social Security. The whole thing's a Ponzi scheme. You talk about, and I've been involved with some MLMs, right? Some network marketing. And I'll tell you what, you talk about a Ponzi scheme, a pyramid scheme. The U.S. government has got the most audacious, ballsy pyramid schemes ever designed. I mean, they're crazy. They're stealing from us left and right. And now I guess that's kind of coming to a close. But yet people want to say, let me tell you something about MLMs and network marketing and affiliate marketing. That industry in the last few years have created more, listen up, more first-time millionaires than any other segment that you can name. For startup businesses, more first-time millionaires than anywhere. Here's the thing, though. You got to work. You can't just, most people, the numbers are in, most people will get one or two people to join them, then they give up. Now, I heard Eric Worre talk about network marketing, and he said, look, we got to have a hard talk with our new folks come in. We can't just blow sunshine up their rear end and expect them to stay. Sure, you're going to get some unicorns once in a while, and they're going to blow up a huge team, and that's fantastic. Most of us in network marketing will go the first year to 2 years just learning, just trying to get our feet. We might get a person here, there. We'll get in. It's new territory for us. We got to get out of our comfort zone and some things. We'll get a few folks, and then we'll start to build a little traction more, and then we learn a hard lesson that people will start to fall off. They'll come in, they'll leave. And if you're not putting in more people than are leaving, then it gets to be a little discouraging. But the great thing is that in about year 3, you really start to get good at marketing. You learn your product, your company. You learn how to sell. You've got to get some skill sets. This is a new thing for many of us. Then year 4, 5, 6, you really start to really get good. And it's probably not until you've been in 5 or 6 years, really day to day, never giving up, learning new tools, talking, you really start to get some traction. But even if 10 years out, you've been 10 years, you've built, lost a connection. There we go, we're back. Even if it takes you 10 years to build a team, wouldn't it be worth working for 10 years? You've worked all your life for somebody else anyway. That's what I realized when I came back from the Turks and Caicos, where I was at. I figured out that, you know what? I can't trust the government to retire me, and I don't have a retirement fund. So where does that leave me? That leaves me with going out and building something that nobody can take from me. Now, we talk about that, and I'm talking about personal branding. That's part of the Beach Bum Consulting group that includes Beach Bum Stackers and Beach Bum Travel, which is a new thing. We'll talk about that sometime. But it's a brand, and it's something that's yours. Nobody can take it from you. And as long as you want to work, as long as you want to put in the effort, every day making a little bit of a move forward, and you're learning new skills and you're investing in yourself, you're absolutely going to crush it. And that's where we're at. And too many people just want the easy button. And if it gets a little hard, they say, well, it doesn't work. I told you this MLM thing's a scam. No, it's not a scam. And it's not a pyramid. It's not anything else. It's about you taking it by the horns and making it happen. If it's going to be, it's up to me, is the phrase that's floating around. And it's 100% accurate. I can't drag you across the finish line. I've often told folks that work for me, that I've employed, that I managed, that are on my team, I didn't take you to raise. If you want to show me that you are interested and really, truly want to do something with this, I'm right there. I will back you up. If I can't help you out at the moment you need it, I have someone on the team that can help you. And that's what this is all about, is you've got to make a decision. There's 2 dates, 2 anniversaries every time that somebody gets into network marketing. There's the date that you signed up. And there's the date when it really sinks in and gets in your heart and you say, wait a minute, I'm going to make this work. I can do this. And you throw all in and you do your first 90-day run, or you really start to get off the pot. You know the old saying, right? That's when it clicks. That's when it gets going. And that's what this is all about, is making a way for average folks. And when I got back, I sit here and go, what do I want to do? I've got all kind of options. Uh, I can do about anything. I could have got back into construction. I could have started my own. I could have still built houses and barns up here and had a waiting list of people to get on. I could have done a number of different things. But what I did after a while of knocking around here trying to figure it out, then I got a call from a friend. Hey, what do you think about gold and silver? And you know what? I took a hold of it and I run. Now, did I blow up a big team right away? No, I didn't. I sat on it for a while. I was learning. That's part of my thing early on. I'm learning. Then I finally launched. I should have just launched and learned as I go. And that's what I tell folks now. Don't worry about knowing anything. Just invite. Just invite. And I'm learning a lot of things. That's where I got into AI. That's where I got into doing all of this, is from the drive of, hey, I haven't got a lot of time, because I did take uh, a part-time job up here and running around the country. I love it. I get to drive and deliver feed and be nosy to all my farm neighbors. It's a great way to make a living. But at the end of the day, what happens if I can't go to work? And that was I'm 61. I'll be 62 in June, right? I know I don't look it. I'm middle aged, officially middle by biblical standard. If you look at mortality rates and everything, 40 is the new middle age, and that's just unacceptable. But that's another podcast. That I had the opportunity to start something brand new that works. I don't believe it works is because either A, you didn't enough, or B, it was wrong. You weren't sold on the product. These products that I have, this gold and silver, I know that anybody listening to me right now, if you don't have gold and silver as at least a part of your savings or investment, man, My goodness. I'm going to pull the plug on it. If you're listening, I don't know. I don't know when out or whatever.